To the people.
Yes, I'm sorry for delaying it 30 seconds. That's my bad.
Oh, that is so funny. I think we're live again. We'll see. We'll see if people come back into the
They
freaking.
will. It's fine.
We're back.
Lucho ended the stream, guys. He said, "If I can't play,
dear
no one
Lord.
can even have fun."
How do I freaking do this? I don't even care. If they trickle back in, they trickle back in.
How do I make a comment? I went into the stream and there's no way to comment. What the heck?
But enjoy the game today, Alex.
Yep.
Enjoy the game.
Enjoy the stream now that it's back up. But yeah, hopefully everybody qualifies by the time we have the next show, and everybody's okay. All right. Goodbye now.
Hey, don't end the stream on your way out again.
Imagine. I'll do this for now.
1 minute stream.
Dear Lord.
We're
Anyway,
back.
shout out to everybody who is trickling back in as we so rudely got interrupted by this guy right here. Look at him again.
Lucho's fault.
Look at him again.
It takes him off the screen. It says, "Nope. You try to turn my stream off again.
Oh, that's so funny.
See what happens."
I don't know. We'll hang out for a little bit. If people trickle back into the chat, they trickle back in. If not, whatever. I'm just hanging out with Chris the MLS card guy. We're gonna talk some Leagues Cup. It is what it is. Who cares? It's Leagues Cup. So many DM as we can see from the Lucho DMP.
This is a
There's
preseason
only so
stream
much
as
we
well.
can do.
This is a preseason stream. We're still finding our form. That's these tournaments are for, though, so it's okay.
Right. Yeah, it is what it is. Let's get through these games. Let's talk about these scenarios for the weekend, and then we'll get the heck out of here. Welcome back, Chris the MLS card guy. Welcome back.
I feel like it's been a long time since I've been on the show.
It's been a while. You were sorely missed.
It's been like 3 minutes, man. Come on, give me some credit. But yeah, what's up, Nick? Nick's back.
Oh,
Nick's
hello.
here.
Hello, Nick. Look at that. Look at that. All we have to do is shut down the first stream, start up a new one, and we have OGs coming in to the chat.
Easy money.
See? That's it.
But yeah, it's good. We're boycotting. If you weren't on the first stream, I don't know why you weren't on the first stream. So that's happening. But yeah, we're going through Leagues Cup. So I'm boycotting. I'm not commenting on anything. So I think Jorge's just gonna pull up the standings. We're gonna stare at them for a while, and then we're gonna move on.
Yeah, dude. I'm gonna talk to myself and just have Chris just chime in with nonsense for the entire time. It's gonna
Can't wait till MLS is back.
Oh, dude, it already is back because guess what? Guess who else is back? Chicharito and Chivas is coming back to the LA Galaxy for a revenge game. All right.
It's a hell of a game.
Chivas needs to win this game.
It's so weird that ended up being the group. That's just
right.
It's wild that.
You know what was even crazier is that Cade Cowell is also in Chivas, and he had a revenge game at San Jose.
Yeah. Crazy.
Except for
Cade Cowell didn't make the Olympic team, huh?
No, he did not. Strangely enough.
Yeah.
Which he's actually been kind of on a heater in Mexico.
Yeah, he got a little mad, and I've been starting him, doing pretty well with him. But yeah.
Oh, have you?
I have. Yeah.
Yeah, Cade Cowell's been kind of smashing. He didn't smash against San Jose, though. Cade Cowell did not have a good time against San Jose. He skied a few pens. It was rough scenes for the Cade Cowell. He caved under the pressure of being back home.
He cowled, if you will.
Oh, look at that.
That's what they pay me the big bucks for.
That's the content we've been missing on this show. There it is.
I apologize to everyone that's watching. I didn't mean it. I'll try not to make it happen again.
Do we also cover European leagues? So yes and no. Like we do a little bit. We've been branching out, especially Alex, who was just here on the last stream before he ended it. He's been branching out. We got a new Road to Glory series that we started last night where we're going into all the other European regions, but we are mostly American MLS focused, US, Canada, all that fun stuff.
We figure there's a lot of people that do European leagues and there's a lot of information. And so we wanted to cover a specific league, but I do have a lot of European cards. So I do follow a lot of what's going on. So if you have specific questions on things, we're more than happy to help.
Yes, we can help. We can do things.
We can do things.
But primarily,
Lowe's.
we know the MLS. That's our bread and butter.
That's our secret sauce.
That's where we make the cheese.
Food metaphor.
Yes, all day. My dinner is getting cold in the microwave as we speak, baby. Let's go. I ended the stream. I wanted to eat dinner. Jay, but I was gonna blame it on Alex who's leaving anyway.
Blamed Alex. Wow.
No, I'm just kidding. There. Let's get through these groups. Let's do Juarez. Juarez hosting Dallas. Dear Lord. Dallas crashed out of this tournament as well because they even lost to St. Louis. That's how you know Leagues Cup is shenanigans. When St. Louis even got a result. They can't get it in regular season play, but apparently they can in Leagues Cup.
Yeah.
R.I.P. And Juarez ain't great either, which is like the worst thing.
When is Velasco back? Is he alive? He should be getting close.
Should
be getting close.
So
if he didn't get sold.
And I think Daniel sent it to me. Let me see if I can pull up the message real quick. It was Ferreira should return to training next week. Velasco could be back within a week or two.
Wow.
Jesus is likely 3 more weeks away.
Double barreled. So like basically by the time MLS comes back from this preseason tournament that they're playing, they'll both be back. Potentially.
Yep. So hopefully
that's big news.
See, that's a good thing. And like, I know it sucks. It's like, oh, Leagues Cup, everything stops for like a break. And then, the teams that get eliminated in the group, they're off for 3 weeks. But teams like FC Dallas, teams like New England, who have been missing Carlos Heel and a bunch of other players, they really need these 3 weeks to kind of regroup, rekindle, and try to make the best out of what's left of the season. There's like 8 games left. And as we know, everybody makes the playoffs in the MLS. So there's still a chance for all these teams.
Preseason training is great, but sometimes you need a break from your preseason.
This break is a little underrated for teams that really need it, like St. Louis. Maybe they take this and run with it and turn their season around. But and as you've been gone, something that we can bring up is Marcel Hartel coming over from Bundes 2 in St. Pauli. He has looked awesome in the little bit of time that he's been in St. Louis. So if you haven't checked out the Marcel Hartels yet,
I don't believe it.
Let me tell you, good sir.
Are we gonna pull up some charts and do some things?
That's what I'm
doing. We do cover
bro.
European leagues because this is sort of European.
See, we can do things.
We can do things.
We can. Marcel Hartel still sitting pretty cheap. Why is this an ETH? When was the last time I used ETH?
Oof.
How do I even change this?
You gotta go into your settings, bro.
Oh, haha.
There we go. Now we're cooking with fire.
Yeah, he's still saying pretty cheap. I mean, the hype little died down a little bit. But yeah, these
is he a midfielder?
Dude, yes, he is. He's like an attacking. He's an attacking midfielder.
Expensive for a midfielder.
But these scores are really nice, and if he can replicate this in a really bad St. Louis team,
big if, this is a step up in competition. And I mean,
come on, first game in. Granted, they handed him a penalty. Okay, it was a consolation penalty. Get the juices flowing, right? Yeah. But still, he played a great game. He was integral for this team. Just getting in the midfield, turning.
To be fair, AA does travel typically. If you can AA, you can AA, but it is a step up in competition. So let's.
I mean, St. Pauli got promoted, man, so they're not too terrible. They were a good side.
But the teams they're playing, that's the problem.
Okay,
like if you're the best team in your league, you should be scoring pretty good points, and he's going from the best team in a lower league to the worst team in a higher league. So like that's normally a recipe for disaster. Okay. But he could just be better than that. He could just be better than MLS too, in which case he will be good. So you just have to watch it.
But he's definitely one that's high on my watch list. I'm really tempted to just pick him up. I don't know why I haven't.
Because it's very expensive.
$10
for a midfielder that's not U23. Oof, boy.
I guess there are some cheap options, but most of the smashers are sitting in the 20, 30, 40 range. So for $10, if you can get those scores, it's not that bad, Chris.
Right, but he's $10 because he's unproven. You gotta
right. Well, sometimes you gotta risk it for the biscuit, Chris.
That's true.
Sometimes you just gotta risk it.
There are probably worse options out there.
Yes, there are. Let's continue through these groups real quick. We got. Ooh, this is another fun one. We got Portland at the top of the group right now. Colorado and Portland play tonight. I think it is. So Portland could definitely seal the deal tonight. Going into the weekend, if they do, I wouldn't even bother. Maybe playing Leon. I don't know. It's gonna be a weird weekend. If Portland should be able to get it done tonight. Hopefully they don't rotate and we get that J-Rod, we get that goal, we get that decisive, and this group should be interesting. But Portland is awesome right now, Chris. They have figured it out.
That's
Their
good.
defense.
Santi Moreno is back.
Blows. Oh, all of them right now. They are one of the hottest attacks in the MLS right now.
They have been all year. They just haven't been able to play defense, and now
yes,
now they're getting there. Hopefully,
yeah,
we'll see.
And Kamal Miller's playing again too. Actually, he's back at the left back like he was in Orlando City back in the day. Going back to the old left back.
They are +8 in goal differential in league play, as it were.
Oh, are they really?
Yes. So 50 goals scored.
That's insane, isn't it?
That is really good. That is Miami's on 56, Salt Lake's on 51, LA Galaxy and Colorado are both on 50. That's where they are.
Yo, pull that page.
Tied for third.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's where we are right now.
Ooh. Dizzy in the house. Do we expect Rodriguez and Crepeau to start tonight? I think yes. If you ask me, they just have to beat Colorado tonight, and then they're sitting pretty. They don't have to worry about anything. Crepeau was out for a good time, missing Copa. I think he's only played the one game since coming back, because Pantemis was on a good run of form. So yeah, I don't see why they don't. Like you would think they just send it out and just beat Colorado and just be done with it, right? In Portland.
It's a unique situation in Portland specifically because the backup goalkeeper is so good and experienced.
Yeah.
It's not like you're throwing out a kid who's never played before. So, I mean, they could rotate, but
yeah, but Crepeau just got back, so it's like, what rest does he need?
Right. He doesn't have to start though.
Yeah. I think if anything, J-Rod is a little bit more of a rotation or risk, which I hope not, because he's in my priority lineup, so he better freaking play.
Yeah, we need Moreno out there for sure.
Yeah. So, yeah, my expectation is that Portland goes out and just seals the deal, gets it done, and then goes home.
They do advance with a draw.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. That's the tough part, man. These Leagues Cup has been shenanigans. You didn't miss it because in the last stream before we kicked this one off, but we were all freaking out as we got the news of the Lucho DNP. So
can we just say how much of a disadvantage it is to play the first two games in these groups? Like, it's so difficult to, like, if they were just playing in the last game, and like if you just flip the Colorado's two games around, and like the Leon Colorado game is this one and the next one, Portland would know for sure they either have to win or they have to draw, or draw is good. But they would probably be through with a loss either way. But if they do lose, then they have to sit there and wait and hope that the result doesn't go against them. Whereas,
yeah, it's like Charlotte,
right?
Well, like
Charlotte's in they're a little more precarious because they didn't win their game in regulation.
True. What happened? The last stream got cut short, and it was not a great time. Not a great time. I'm not familiar with MLS, but I know Carlos Vela and Zlatan Ibrahimovic were big names that played in MLS. Who would you prefer? Ooh, Carlos Vela or Zlatan?
So I'm gonna need Lucho is rested. He's out.
Yeah, Lucho's out tonight, which sucks.
Yeah, bad news bears. So I'm gonna need more context. Or do you mean which one was the better player in MLS, or which one was the better player overall? Because I think that's the answer to your question. If you mean in MLS, Vela was definitely a better MLS player. If you mean overall, Zlatan way higher, right? So yeah, I think hopefully will answer your question, but depends on what you mean by who do you prefer.
I mean, Carlos Vela was had one of the greatest seasons in MLS ever.
Yeah.
Period.
MVP,
hands down
by a lot.
Do teams rotate in the knockout rounds of the League Cup too, or do we see teams give everything in advance and try to win the cup? The only thing would be like goalkeeper, maybe. if they have a good backup and they just kind of give the entire cup to him. I know we've seen it in the past with like Panico, even though Willis was hurt, but there could be some like keeper that has the whole thing. But for the most part, no, I assume that once they're in the knockouts, these teams are going to go. They're going to go for it. I mean, there's no reason not to. The whole league's on pause right now, so there's really no reason not to go for it if you make it, right?
True. And this is also only the second year of this competition, so it's not like we have it's not like the FA Cup where we know teams do this generally. Like it's a brand new thing, and teams are still trying to figure out how they want to play it. But yeah, I mean, I think why wouldn't you? I mean, especially the first couple of rounds. Maybe if you get to the final, I mean, at that point you'd want to win it. But like if you get to the final and you're like, well, then we have to play again next week, and it's like maybe we do kind of want to rest at that point.
No.
But like at
That's
this
for a trophy.
for a first round, if you lose, you have to wait 3 weeks anyway. You might as well play him.
Yeah. No, yeah. And that's part of it. I know in the previous shows before League Cup started, we said we were like, dude, last year nobody knew what to expect League Cup. Yeah, it was a success, but there's really no telling how teams are going to handle this tournament. We didn't know what their plan was, if they were going to go for it, if they think it's a joke and they're going to boycott it too. We just don't know. Well, now we know.
It was only a success because of Messi last year.
God, it was scripted. It was written in the lights and in the heavens. If all teams go hard, who's your pick to win it all?
It's going to be a little, I don't know. It's a little biased, but I'm going to go Columbus. It's a little biased.
Yeah.
Since they didn't win the Champions League. But
yeah, especially I don't know if you saw what Cucho did to what was it? West Ham? Who do they play? Fulham?
Villa?
Oh yeah, Aston Villa, yeah. It was Cucho destroyed them. He destroyed a Prem team.
He's a good player.
Cucho will not be in
He's
MLS.
Played in the Premier League before, and he's probably better now.
He's probably going back.
Yes, to not one of the mid-table teams either.
No.
Yes, he is going to be able to afford quite a few drinks if you would like.
That sucks, man, because I really want to buy a Cucho because he's just so smashed. But like at this point, it's too late. Like it's, I really.
That's the problem. Like
season.
The problem with MLS, anyone who's good goes up. Anyone who's not good, it's like, why do I own them anyway? Carlos Gil is like the only exception. Like Carlos Gil, perfect. Lucho
just signed the big extension.
But Lucho tried to go to PSG and that fell through. And then he stayed, and then it was like, okay, well, I guess I'm staying. But you kind of like the 23-year-olds are kind of way too risky, like the Pooges, those guys. But the heels, the 28, 29-year-olds that come over at 28, right. Those are the ones you really want, the smashers. So, like to your point about the St. Louis guy, he fits that mold. Like he could just be here for a few years, and if he smashes, then.
Yeah, he did his thing in Europe. He just got promoted to the Bundesliga. He like dominated with a team. Now he's in MLS to kind of just collect a check and bang out goals. Why not? He's the new Carlos Gil. Dude, I was looking at, dude, I didn't realize it was crazy. I forget what I was listening to, but like Carlos Gil and Hani Mukhtar got brought in for like $4 or $5 million. That's it.
Yeah.
They were like super cheap, like early DPs that got brought in for like next to nothing. And they're smashers.
Yeah.
Like,
insane. There's tons of people that go for 50, 60, 70 million. And I'm like, who is that? And then there's guys that come over for like 4 or 5 million. And it's like, are you serious? That dude's incredible. Yeah. What are we talking about? Like you can just watch them play.
Granted, we don't play defense in the MLS. So like whatever, everybody looks good here. But, you know, that's besides the point.
Yeah. Yeah. True.
Yeah.
It's getting better. Slowly.
It's getting a little better.
These the new roster rules will help too, quite a bit. So
yeah, three full DPs, 3 under 22s. Yeah.
Now you're talking about a full starting lineup that's like basically outside the salary cap. So like that's helpful.
Oh, it's huge. Yeah. It's and we probably won't see the impacts right away, but give it like a window or two, and dang, it's gonna be really fun.
Yeah,
gonna be really
teams
fun.
Can't afford to pay defenders now like good money. So.
Yeah, which has always been the issue.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Before we get back into the groups, one of those disappointments this season has to be Forsberg. Dude, I know, man. The Red Bulls are hanging on. They've been okay. They've been decent. They can't score goals. He's just been hurt. He to be honest, he did look good when he did play.
He did.
He actually looked awesome for this team. Like the Red Bulls at the beginning of the season when he was playing, were like, whoa, hold on, the Red Bulls are here. They're here to slay. But yeah, just unfortunate. Hopefully, that's another one of the guys who, after Leagues Cup, now that they're eliminated too, he might be back for the last little stretch of the season, and that could be huge for the Red Bulls, who are still sitting in a playoff spot.
Yeah, they have to make the playoffs to get knocked out in the first round, so I fully expect them to do that.
Well, it's the Red Bull way.
There's
no other way.
That's correct.
No, we all. I mean, I bought a Forsberg right before he got hurt too. I'm so freaking mad.
He's $4 right now, $5. So
for the limited, yeah.
I'd rather have him over the St. Louis guy for double the price.
Oh, Hartel. Good call. Yeah, both of them. But hopefully we'll get some news on Forsberg soon, and he'll be back because yeah, we were all kind of really high on him, and it also takes a little bit. It's his first year in the season. There's so many examples of guys that in the second year they pop off.
Yes, it takes a while to get used to the travel in the league.
The physicality.
It actually does. So yeah, it's definitely documented. He also has UEFA Nations League games coming up against Azerbaijan and Estonia. So
does he get called into that window though? He hasn't played.
That's true. He hasn't played, but Sweden isn't exactly a powerhouse.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
yeah, it'll be interesting. Yeah, I don't see why they would call him up when he just hasn't been playing. Like for what? For the vibes?
He starts every single game for Sweden.
Does he really?
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, I can
that's what I call utility. That's what I'm talking about. Let's
see. I think I have it pulled up. Can you see it?
Oh yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah,
this is his Sweden. He's started almost every game, couple subs here and there, but
oh wow.
You would definitely expect him to be called in if he's healthy to this game and this game, which would be very good opportunities.
Dang, and that's missing a Sporting Kansas City, which is such a good matchup too.
Yeah, that kind of sucks, doesn't it? In Chicago.
Yeah.
Actually, he'd be probably back for Chicago.
Two good matches there.
Yep.
Yeah, let's get through these groups and then get the heck out of here. Because, yeah, dude, we got to watch Leagues Cup in 30 minutes. We got to watch a Lucha Cincinnati. I hope they lose now.
Do we have to watch a Lucha Cincinnati?
Yeah, dude, it's Leagues Cup. What else are we gonna watch?
Indy 11. Watch Indy 11 preseason training. It'll be more entertaining.
It might be. Seattle, Minnesota, and Necaxa. Minnesota coming back from the dead a little bit. They got kind of run over by Seattle, and then Minnesota said, "All right, hold my beer. I'm gonna run over Necaxa." And this group is shaping up to be kind of fun because we have Seattle and Necaxa tonight or at the weekend. One of the two.
Yeah, and Minnesota needs Seattle to do something, right?
Yes. Yeah. Minnesota's done, so they're kind of sitting on the sideline.
Seattle can't, as long as Seattle doesn't lose by 2, they're good.
Yeah.
Right? Actually, it doesn't matter at all. No.
Does it?
No, wait. Goal differential would matter if it's a 3-way tie. So if they just get shellacked, it'd be a 3-way tie. And then that would be goal differential.
But the game's also at Lumen, though, so Seattle should be okay.
Yeah, they should.
The idea is that Seattle at Lumen defensively is great, and they should be able to keep this Necaxa team at bay.
Undefeated at home in the Leagues Cup, actually.
Really? Wow, look at that. Insane. Yeah. Insane stat line. You missed. You missed a good LAFC Vancouver game. That game was kind of wild, my dude.
Back and forth.
LAFC getting it done. When I got to tell you that first game against Tijuana, LAFC destroyed them. Buanga looked incredible. Probably one of the best games he's played this season. Dude, LAFC has found their form and they are hot.
That's not good for the rest of the league.
No.
To be fair. They have some good players, so
no. Everybody. And
is LAFC the new Seattle? Like they always just kind of sneak up and hey, look, MLS Cup final. It's LAFC again.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Giroud's here. He's officially here as of today.
Ooh, dang.
Giroud is in town. They're bringing in one of your guys, Lewis O'Brien, who was at DC for like a little bit. Yeah, he's coming. He's coming. They just signed him from Nottingham.
I'm sure he'll be great now.
In LAFC too.
I'm sure he'll be great. For us, he was terrible. I'm sure.
Well, the team was terrible. He was okay. The team was terrible.
You could say that, but then like you can't say that about all of them. Like it is somebody's fault that the team is terrible.
It was Wayne Rooney's fault. That's whose fault it was.
It was Wayne Rooney's fault.
It was all Wayne Rooney's fault.
It was to some degree the front office's fault because they had like 6 different players that fit 6 different styles, and like none of them fit together at all. It didn't make any sense.
Yeah, it was rough. But man, this LAFC team is scary, and they could actually make a run for the final too. To be honest, like I can easily see them make a run for the final. But dude, do we get LAFC in Columbus in the final for Leagues Cup? That'd be sick. Little MLS
if
Cup
it's back
rematch?
in Columbus, we're going.
Are we going again?
We'll have to take off. Well, actually, no, it's a preseason game. We can't take off work for a preseason game.
I mean, come on. Oh, we got some. Lewis O'Brien is really talented. He was excellent at Huddersfield. Just made an offer transfer. Yeah, I think the Nottingham thing kind of killed him, but there was always a promising player. People really liked him. He just had a weird kind of career trajectory that kind of take him all over the place. But he's back on a really good team.
Does he score in Sora is the question. Is he like that kind of player?
I don't know.
And the answer is not really.
Oh, and also shout out to Tijuana, who is the new home of Emmanuel Reynoso, who Reynoso showed against LAFC.
Imagine my surprise.
So does he play against Vancouver? I don't know.
So it looks like Lewis O'Brien, okay, not really.
Hand bang.
Yeah, not really that great. He is definitely defensive mid and not like crazy AA defensive mid. So
yeah,
not really worth starting most of the time. But
it'll be interesting, man. LAFC is once again stacked. And then they sell everybody, and we're like, oh, they're screwed. And then somehow by the summer, we're like, oh my God, they're the greatest team ever.
It's almost like when you sell people, you have money to like buy new people, even though that's not really how it works in MLS, which is crazy.
Unless you're Atlanta United sitting on $54 million.
You mean $4 million because they can only use $1 million of that from each transfer. That's how crazy this league is.
No, now they could do up to 3.
No, okay.
They
$10 million. Great. Super helpful. Thank you, MLS.
Yeah, of course. Why not? You sell Gigi, you sell Amada, you sell Caleb Wiley for $12 million to Chelsea? What
a weird transfer that was.
Yeah, I still can't wrap my head around that number, but we ball, I guess.
They got the phone call, they're like, 12 million? What? Are you insane? Oh, I mean, yes. I mean, yes. Here.
Yeah.
Take him. Yeah. Have this washing machine, too.
You take it before they realize and white out that one in there.
Yeah. Do the physical now.
I mean, shout out to Caleb Wiley. Good luck on your transfer and good luck on all your loans as Chelsea just kind of shops you around Europe. Yeah, and good luck in the Olympics. That team has been really, really fun.
Yeah, hopefully they win.
Yeah. And last group here in the West is another fun one.
West 8. Dude, this is my dream when I was a kid to win West 8.
Against Atlas?
Against Atlas?
Dude, let's
go. You don't just walk into Atlas and win West 8, okay?
There's just things you don't do, and that's
things you don't
freaking one of them.
So Houston's out, because I think we've determined that.
The Fighting Ben Olsens have a tall hill to climb against Real Salt Lake tonight, who are going to play their first game and have no Chicho. There is
to be fair,
Houston they play Atlas tonight.
Houston is good at Houstoning through things in cups, so we'll see.
Yeah, well, they lost that first game against Atlas,
and that's
I bet you can't guess, to a goal late in the match. Very last minute. Houston was this close to creeping their way into penalties, the perfect Ben Olsen way to win it in penalties, and they didn't get there. Atlas got the best of them.
Oops.
R.I.P. But RSL, no, it's RSL and Atlas tonight, I think, is what it is. I think. So because that'll put a hamper and damper into thing. Oh, I got it right here. Look at me go. I have things pulled up. Who's playing? Oh, RSL and Atlas tonight. And guess what? There's no Chicho because he's still suspended, which sucks because this could have been a really fun game.
What does 39 mean?
That is their ranking. So I guess Leagues Cup, the way they do their brackets are like FIFA World Rankings. So like whatever team like they fall in the order. It's like some weird thing. I was listening to something about it this morning. So it's like based on their global ranking is how they get grouped.
Hasn't Atlas won Liga MX like recently?
I guess.
Wouldn't that count in their ranking? How are they 39th?
I don't know. But it's funny you actually notice that. DC is 35th.
That makes sense. I'll give you that one.
Montreal's
34th.
34th.
That makes sense. Austin 37th. Fine.
We're talking about Orlando being 4th, my dude.
I'm on board. I mean,
Let's
Orlando was
go.
second in the East last year, and they're pretty consistently in the playoffs. Like, okay, 4th seems a little high, but
39th, just
for LAFC
in front of Tijuana.
15th for LAFC. What the
These
heck?
global rankings are kind of whack. Oh, come on, the
47th
disrespect
for
to Toronto.
Toronto.
That's disrespectful. They have
had
Italians
one
there.
bad year, guy. Come on,
Miami's 42nd.
42. All right. We need to make this this should be a whole episode where we actually figure out the heck these rankings mean.
Oh man, that's funny. That is funny. But dude, the Leagues haven't been nothing but shenanigans. I can't believe you're boycotting Leagues Cup. I just can't do it. What do you? Okay.
I need them to not be morons about things.
What are you gonna do if DC makes the final for Leagues Cup?
Cry.
Are you gonna watch it?
No. I'm gonna cry because like that would be the only thing they would ever freaking win. I guarantee you they're gonna win it. Like it's already done. Don Garber has been looking in my window every week, and he's like, "Hey, game's not on. All right, DC, you can win. That's fine."
I guess
we know that they're gonna do well because I'm not watching, and that's the saddest thing of all.
It's kind of funny, to be honest. Okay, here's a good one. We haven't really talked about this. If Marco Royce, which not done yet, but it's looking like he might go to the Galaxy. Do you think he smashes there?
That's such a weird move.
I still don't understand it.
I don't get that at all. I think that just throws a wrench into things that you don't need to. Like, I get Royce is good. This is going to sound really weird, but I don't even know if Royce starts.
No, he doesn't. I don't think he does. I really don't.
Like without changing the formation around or something, I can't see that. It's crazy.
Right. Especially, well, I guess so. And this is kind of like this is what they've kind of been running, right? Which it Paintsill at the 9 without Jovic has been incredible.
You could put Royce over Fagundes.
But Fagundes has been hot. Like Fagundes has
like,
finally found his spot.
He's low key kind of really good. Like he was good at Austin, and then he left, and Austin went down like really, really quick.
Yeah, and
like he's been pretty good at LA Galaxy.
Dude, he's been awesome this year.
He's
like
been
the last
kind of good at New England too, to be fair.
But like his last run of games have been actually awesome.
Yeah,
and yes,
he's
yes,
like sneaky.
It is Dortmund Royce.
Royce of Dortmund. Yeah. It is sneaky good, like how good he is, but
yeah,
man, that doesn't make any sense. There's teams that need a 10. This is not one of them. Like, it's not.
Yeah, like I mean, the only thing that I think is because he's older and slower, like maybe you like set him back a little bit. Like you remember how Mauricio Pereira was for a little bit when we dropped him back to the 8. And he was just like lying deep and just pinging balls everywhere.
Yeah, but part of what makes that front four so good is Delgado sits back there and just eats. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. I don't get that. Gotta be honest, I don't. I think it's just you have an opportunity to sign a world-class player. You sign a world-class player and figure it out is what they're thinking. But like chemistry-wise, I really don't think it fits. I think it's a weird move.
Like, it's cool to have Royce in the MLS, right? Like, yes. But, like, this team is cooking right now.
It's Eden Hazard at Real Madrid. It doesn't make any sense.
They need center backs. They need to go be spending.
Yes.
You know who they should have brought in? They should have
You
brought in
have a
Thiago Silva.
38-year-old Caceres back there. You have Ishida, who's $1.5 million, and you won't start Jalen Neal for some reason.
He starts every other game. He started the San Jose game. Hey, look at that. There's Jalen Neal.
Yeah, that's a travesty that he's not an everyday starter in the MLS because he is one of the best center backs in the league. Just flat out.
He's been coming back from injury. Like, it's been a little rough. They've been a little too cautious with him. And the Jovic thing, he's dealing with a hamstring issue, which doesn't help him out. He was really good when he was playing at the beginning of the season, but Painstill, now that he's like comfortable in that like kind of weird false nine, kind of that just dynamic front four, which is just like running rampant in the MLS right now. Like,
let's not forget Jovic was also really good as a super sub when Chicharito was there.
Yes, dude.
So like moving him to the bench is kind of a good move. I don't know. We'll see. He probably won't like that too much, but
but dude, I mean, you can't deny that this team is
why do people
right now.
hate being super subs though? Like it is a different role to be a super sub than it is to be a starter, and some people are just really good at being super subs.
Yeah,
and I don't get why they are so offended that they don't start. Like you come in the 60th minute every game, change the game completely. You're playing against tired players instead of players from the start. It's a different thing. Like some people are legitimately just good at that. Yeah. Some people are just good at that. And they get so offended when they're super subs. And it's like, bro, just own your role. Be a super sub on a better team than
deep cut. But you remember Elsinio at Philadelphia? Bring him in late game. Just smash. Who cares if you're old?
Maxi Rodriguez.
Yeah, Maxi's kind of in that role. Who else? Who else is in that role right now?
Valeri used to be in that role.
Yep. Krylock, I guess, even though he's been terrible at Vancouver, but I don't know. It is what it is. Look at you. You made it through a whole episode of 2 episodes, technically, of League Cup shenanigans.
My contract's fulfilled for 2 months. We're good, guys.
Let's go. And yes, I did kind of miss this, but Nick, the World Cup 2026, US, Canada, Mexico. I am so ready. I already got I'm hiding cash away from myself. I'm putting money away.
We are going to the final, right?
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, we're gonna get tickets.
We'll just crawl in through the air vent, dude. Who needs tickets? We now know that you can get in through this central ventilation system.
Only if it's in Miami.
Of course, it's gonna be in Miami. Where else would it? Actually, the final is in Miami. I think.
No, it's in New York.
Oh no, it is at MetLife, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. Well,
It's in New
let's
York.
go hang out with all the New York folks.
Yeah.
But
I know Nellis is gonna come, so.
Oh, that's true. Oh, I gotta talk to Nellis. I got an idea.
Oh God.
Oh yeah.
We're cooking.
Anyway, shout out to everybody who has been here for stream number 2. There was a stream before this one that had a whole bunch of better information because we were cooking until the stream got cut in half, and then we came back to kind of finish it off and just chat. I haven't talked to Chris, the MLS card guy. You guys haven't heard from him in a while, so you know what? We're just here hanging out, talking some preseason training, not real games. There's no such thing as Leagues Cup. Nope. 2 leagues, 1 cup. Never heard of her. But hey, It is what it is. Shout out to everybody who was here in the chat. Shout out to anybody who's watching, anybody who's watching after. We will see you guys, I think, on Monday afternoon to recap the weekend. Oh, and hey, last night we did our first episode of The Road to Glory. All right, we're building a gallery from scratch with $250. So we're going to see what we can get. We're going to try to build it all the regions. So we need your Euro boys in there for your opinions and all your buys and all your sneaky pickups. So shout out to that. There'll be another episode next week. And yeah, Chris, the MLS card guy, you haven't been here in a while. Do you have anything to let these people know?
Watch the U.S. Open Cup semifinals. Go Indy. Best of luck. And hi, Mom.
And shout out to Dizzy. Let's be real, y'all. And Nick. Nick's awesome. Let's go. Woo! Let's go. Maybe it'll stop this time.
Bye, Mom.
No, it didn't end. Did it end? No, it didn't. So
StreamYard does this thing now where you end the stream and it